There's Carr to start things off. And Battie, you see the long arms of Battie trying to keep that ball alive.
Yeah, he was able to get it even though Kenny had position without any body contact.
Lobos in the red. Lobos have used that starting lineup 27 straight times. Bonowitz on him, and now they'll bring it back out. Shot clock down to 12. Look at Spider dishing. They're sliding in. It's everything. It's out of bounds. And they're going to say it is off Texas Tech.
Now, Mike, that was an air ball. I'm not sure whether New Mexico should have gotten a new fresh shot clock. They've given them one, but I don't believe Tech ever had the basketball.
Never had possession, so that's a bit of a break for the Lobos. Bring it back out. Spider was way short on that pull-up jump. Steal. That's Battie, very good defensively, as we've talked about. And right now, the Lobos are in the zone.
One of the things the coaches want to do against Texas Tech is mix up the defenses.
Near steal, Carr in the lane, and he throws it away.
I don't believe he threw that one hard enough. I think Battie had his hands there, and then he just pulled them back.
Yeah, didn't want to break any bones.
Well, the ball was going out of bounds. It was just going to be with or without Tony Battie's hands.
Just underway, Mike Powers and Nelson France live from Lubbock. No score. Kenny Thomas long two-pointer, and he hits it.
A lot of people still not convinced that Kenny can step out there and shoot that. If he can do that consistently throughout the year, another weapon.
Cooper inside the lane. Tip up, no good. Follow-up is good. Lobos have got to get a body on Battie.
And it's tough to do that in the zone, Mike, because you don't know exactly who you're going to box at. It'll be different every time because you're not matched up man-to-man.
Will we see any zone tonight from Texas Tech?
They haven't played much zone this year, but expect Coach Dick to be prepared to do that if he needs to.
Smith again has it batted away by Jones. And, oh, what a save by Charles Smith. Shot clock down to 6. Gibson sees it and drains the tray.
So both teams playing excellent defense right now, getting their hands on out in the passing lanes, reaping havoc.
5-2 our score. New Mexico leads it. Battie inside, jump hook good. And Schornstein was on him, and there's not much Greg can do about that.
Nope, just don't foul.
Smith going to his left again. And New Mexico will set things up. Good position inside. Thomas fakes twice, lays it in. He's so tough down there.
I think he's been convinced, unless you see Battie in the air, don't shoot it.
First two for Kenny Thomas. Now Jones. That's off the rim. Another offensive rebound, and that just killed New Mexico against Arizona the other night.
Well, Deuce Jones is someone they want to see shooting.
Bonowitz's first shot, way outside, is no good. Shields wants it, and he hits it. Clayton has really just been so consistent from outside. Last year at the end of the season, and now this year. Go inside, Battie back out. Long range three-pointer, no good. Quickly down court to Shields, and who was fouled as he goes in. Deuce Jones fouled him, and a nice outlet by Schornstein.
Shorty got to use those newly developed muscles on that pass. But that's whenever Clayton wants to take it all the way. If there's a defensive player set in front of him, he should go ahead and pull it back out because he's not, that's not his favorite thing. Or not, he's not best at having to go one-on-one and dribble it.
Right. Rayford Young, a true freshman, has come into the lineup. He wears number 3, and we expected to see him early. Deuce Jones takes a break.
He actually averages more minutes per game than Deuce Jones.
At the free throw line this season, Clayton Shields is now 21 of 22. broken it down.
That's over 50%.
That's slightly. 12-4, New Mexico leads it by 8. The Lobos out of the gate fast. Thomas against Petit. That's a pretty baseline jumper, no question. So Petit has all 6 of Texas Tech's points.
And that's a shot that Thomas is probably just going to have to live with, because with those long arms and stuff, Kenny starts trying to get physical. He's quick enough to get around Kenny will get the foul.
Spider Smith hits the three-pointer. So for New Mexico, Charles Smith in the book, Shields in it, along with Kenny Thomas and David Gibson as we go back the other way. And there's Carr.
That's the first defensive mistake that the Lobos have made. I mean, they just didn't find Carr. Texas Tech didn't even have to run their offense. Besides that, the Lobos have been doing a good job.
15-9 our score. It is sold out here at the Municipal Coliseum. Kenny Thomas, that's off the mark. Good hustle by Schornstein. They shouldn't leave him alone. Just missed it. Greg has had trouble this year getting his shooting touch back. Corner to Young, takes a step on the baseline, feeds it off to Petit, and Petit has 8. And it's really not Kenny Thomas's fault as far as the defense. Would you agree with that?
That's right.
Scoring 8.
Tell you what, very impressed with Texas Tech's defense.
And we see an example. We'll have a jump ball. The possession arrow is to New Mexico. Timeout on the floor. 14:23 to go first half. The Lobos up by 4. Leading Texas Tech 15-11. The Red Raiders have caught fire the last few minutes as we take a look at the head coach for the New Mexico Lobos.
Well, if Kenny's not tall enough to guard Petit, do we have any taller? Do the Lobos have any taller players to bring in the game? They've just brought in Daniel.
New Mexico shooting very well. The Raiders with the edge in shots taken, although their field goal percentage is slightly lower. So we've got Daniel Santiago in, and now we have a steal. Here comes Carr. The dish off to Young, and he is fouled by Royce Olney, who just came in. Well, we don't see David Gibson make a pass like the one that allowed this play to happen very often.
Good hustle by Royce getting back there. Going to make him step up there and earn him at the foul line. But I think that's one of those situations where Texas Tech, they'd seen that out of bounds play before. They were anticipating it.
Young led his 4A, his Pampa High School team to the 4A Texas title last year. Red Raiders 4-0. New Mexico is 5-0, and both free throws are no good. So obviously a good foul by Royce Olney. (15-11) our score. Santiago posting inside. Not particularly good position yet. Here comes Santiago. Steps, blocked partially, fighting for it, and it's taken out of there by Carr. And Young took a step. How about that last possession with Daniel Santiago? Did he do the right things when he got the ball inside?
Whenever he gets it, he wants to take it right at the tee. They're wanting to get some fouls on him. He was very aggressive at it. The reason he wasn't successful, Mike, because he didn't have great position to start with. He had average position.
Oh, good move by Gibson out to Olney. Thought he had his man beat. Decided to pull it back. Shields. Has some room. Nice job getting the shot off. Thomas muscling inside, and they'll say he left. One thing I was trying to make the point as we take a look at this play that Shields does a better job avoiding contact offensively this year than I think he did last year.
I think you're right. That was a good shot for him using the glass. You get inside like that, using the glass is always a good idea.
It's almost even. Lobos have gone cold here now. They're taking a nice, comfortable lead. Finally, cranks it up with a tie. We're tied at, not quite tied, 15-14 on score, Lobos.
Or that zone, New Mexico has to know where the shooters are.
There's one of them for the Lobos, Royce Arley. And now they'll reset. Wow. Good defense by Young. Carr.
I tell you what, Mike, Texas Tech plays excellent defense. I mean, the Lobos are having to do things go one-on-one, and then when they do that, they're still not getting off shots. That's just difficult. They need to come up with a way to break that defense down.
We talked about Carr's ability to put points up, and he hasn't really had a chance to get on track yet, but clearly very athletic, and I guess we were comparing him a little bit to Michael Dickerson, who the Lobos saw when they played Arizona on Saturday.
That's exactly right. Probably doesn't shoot as many threes as Dickerson, but puts it on the floor, very athletic, and can get up.
And Tech has its first lead of the game. Tech now on an 11-0 run. And Dave Bliss wants a 20-second timeout to talk things over. Both these teams in the NCAA tournament last year, and both teams knocked out by Georgetown. Lobos in the second round, Tech in the third round.
And a lot of Tech fans believe that Tech had a better team than Georgetown. But they should have beaten them. They just ran out of gas, got a few bad breaks there in the second half, and they believe they should have whooped them and gone further.
And there's that home court winning streak we talked about at the beginning of the telecast. 32 in a row, second in the nation to Coppin State of all teams. Now the Lobos, as we take a look at some of the crazies in the student section here, the Lobos have won 15 straight non-conference games, so that string is on the line.
The chances of a tie tonight are very slim.
Thomas is open. Very strong and off the mark, but Royce only tracks down the rebound.
Well, whenever Kenny's out there, allows someone besides Batiste going to have to get the rebound for Texas Tech.
Again, Daniel Santiago is taking a break and Schornstein's in. Thomas jump hook short. Alley-oop! Petit broke free and nobody was there to stop him. Reverse layup ends the long string of points unanswered.
There are some Texas Tech fans behind us that are love that play when they throw it up to Petit.
Petit spinning against Kenny Thomas at that time. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul inside, and that will be Janae Cooper who picks it up. Clayton Shields will come into the game, and we'll take a timeout. 11:25 to go. It's the home team leading the Lobos by 2. Mexico 19-17. The Lobos get the ball in after the Texas Tech foul.
You know what? As physical as this game has been, the referees have done an excellent job of staying out of the way. Only 4 fouls called, 2 of them on Royce, clearly fouls. Good defense. Good record.
Now, we've seen David Hall before quite a bit, and we mentioned Scott Thornley, who officiated the final game last year. Shot clock down to 10, so it looks like it's up to Gibson. Wade Shields away, down to 6. He better hurry. Schornstein, 2, leans in, one-handed, in and out.
I think Greg was trying to draw the foul. What do you think?
I think so, too. Here's Young by Gibson. On the left. Good dish inside, and Tech leads at 21-17.
Tell you what, Young is showing more quickness than Mike Bibby of Arizona. David's having a harder time keeping him in front of him.
And again, David was one of the Lobos who was sick today. Gibson, that was off the mark. Cooper going high for the rebound. Looking inside. To Batee again, who's 5 of 7. Bonowitz in and out. We watched him in warm-ups and he just didn't miss.
He didn't miss. I mean, period. It was amazing.
Thomas wants the ball. A little bit late getting it there. I think that's something the Lobos need to work on as Smith sets up. And misses the 3.
Well, the Lobos came out shooting the ball very well. That's what kept them in this game. And all of a sudden, it's falling apart.
Yeah, Young, the freshman, hits, and now Tech has its biggest lead of the game up to 7. 24-17. It's an 18-2 Texas Tech run. Back out to Gibson. Again, the shot clock starting to work against the Lobos, down to 11. Thomas, good position. Will go into the defender, gets his own rebound, and finally a whistle will stop play, and that's number 1 on Batee. And that's the best way to attack somebody that's as good as Batee defensively.
Whenever they're shock blockers, you want to take it into them. See, Kenny gets into him, Batee cannot get up. Kenny pushes him up underneath the basket, allows Kenny to get the offensive rebound.
Kenny Thomas will go to the line now and shoot 2. James Dickey on the Tech sideline, unhappy with things for the moment as far as that last call.
They had several calls that time. All of them went against him. The no call on Gibson when he lost the basketball, and then Kenny getting the ball and able to back in.
Free throw good by Thomas. He has 7 now. And Thomas gets both. Thomas averaging a shade under 12 points a ball game, and I guess we kind of expected him to be up in the high teens, but it's still early in the season.
Well, he's not getting very many shots right now. Lobos are not able to get him the ball in there as many times as Coach Bliss wants to.
Carr will put it up, force that one, fight for the rebound, and the follow and counter. That's Cooper inside again, a senior from Killeen, Texas.
Fouls on Clayton Shields. Once again, they don't box out. Lobos do not box out. There you see, they just get in there and they're quicker to the ball.
And they'll try to complete the three-point play. 26-19. May kind of talking to himself a little bit there. And he completes it. 27-19, 8-point advantage for the Red Raiders. Only has it knocked out of bounds. That's his first attempt.
Tech challenges every shot, Mike. They fight over the screens. There you'll see Royce gets by there. Good job.
Pick clean. Thomas yelling for it. Corner to Gibson. Not sure if you want to go in there to Schornstein. Shot clock at 9. Down to 4. Throws it up, no good. It's still loose, tipped out. Schornstein with it in the corner. Big play, big play. We're going to have a whistle and a foul on Kenny Thomas. Thomas is first, but I believe we'll count the basket. And they will count the three-pointer for Clayton Shields. 8 points now for Shields, 8 for Thomas. Not much else from anyone.
Good pass, good job of spotting up. There you see Thomas pushing in there. He locks his arm up. That's that much contact, they're going to call it, especially when the guy has inside position.
8 minutes left in the half. 27-22 Tech. Batee again, inside the lane, took it right at Kenny Thomas. Cooper with the offensive rebound and the putback.
And that's what Cooper does. He doesn't have much of an outside shot, but he gets in there, he screens, and he battles. Lobos, once again, they're not boxing out.
Well, do you go to the bench and find somebody who can keep him off the glass? I guess that's the question Dave Bliss will have to answer. Gibson almost lost it. Got poked in the eye right now, and he's trying to shrug that off. Schornstein, the dish, and the dunk.
Right now, Mike, the Lobos just want to keep this game where it is. The crowd really got into it. They're kind of out of it right now. Regroup defensively and get their confidence back.
In the corner, that's Carr left alone.
What's happening, Mike, the Lobos, the top of that zone, is guarding guys out front, and they're not pushing over. And then whenever someone goes through the corner, there's no one to cover.
The lead is up to 8, 32-24. Shields off the screen and off the mark. 6:42 left in the first half of play. Lobos struggling, trailing at 32-24. Has the 8-point lead and the basketball. And during that timeout, Tech coach James Dickey spent a lot of time working one of the officials.
A lot of coaches, whenever they see that going on, will send an assistant over there, just so they'll, get a hear, know what's going on.
Saw the shooting percentages for New Mexico way down. They're not used to that. Here's Carr leading inside to Gibson. The rebound to Schornstein.
That was one of the worst Texas Tech possessions I've seen. They've been getting better shots than that.
Whistle, offensive foul. Kenny Thomas away from the ball, and that's Thomas's second.
And Mike, and that is the official that James Dickey spent 1 minute talking to and working on. And we'll see, Kenny's going down.
Number 55, Santiago, returns.
Well, I got to say, that's weak.
That's a weak call, but you know what? Sometimes you can plant a seed in an official's mind, tell him to watch for that.
Yeah.
But Tony.
Second personal, as we mentioned, on Kenny Thomas. Averill now in. He wears number 4, also checking into the ball game. Is number 13 for Texas Tech, and that's Cliff Owens. Way outside, Bonowitz.
Bonowitz took it inside and got it swatted. He needs to stay outside.
This is the biggest lead for Texas Tech, up to 11. Daniel Santiago replaced Kenny Thomas. Gibson lost it. Good steal. Behind the back. All the way down. And the layup. And Dave Bliss wants another 20-second timeout. And I've never seen David Gibson this frustrated. He feels like he's being worked over pretty good out there.
I tell you, Bonowitz is an excellent defender. He picks up his dribble. Now that's his problem. He picks his dribble up, and there's just no one open, and Bonowitz is all over him. David needs to keep his dribble alive, because when New Mexico comes off of those screens, they've been open so far this year, they're not open tonight.
37-24. Texas Tech leads the 11th ranked team in the country by 13 points. Second timeout is now over. The Lobos will play it in on the court. Charles Smith, David Gibson, Daniel Santiago, Greg Schornstein, and Clayton Shields.
Charles Smith, a senior, he's someone that needs to get free and get some shots now. Lobos need to see if they can get this lead below double digits before half.
Yes, Charles Smith only 3 points. Shields back out to Gibson. High arching shot, no good. Fight for it, Owens. Tipped away, good job by Santiago. No whistle, yes, a call inside, but it's a travel. A travel on Schornstein.
Well, Shorney did a good job of getting the Tech players up in the air, but according to the official, did not keep his feet in place.
6th turnover for New Mexico. Right now, Lobos look a little wide-eyed. Averill inside, and he walked. So an exchange of traveling calls puts the ball back in the Lobos' hands. And that allows Kenny Thomas to return with his 2 fouls.
Now he's doing that because Battie is on the bench. He should be able to stay out of foul trouble. And also, I don't know if they have anyone in there that's going to be able to match up with him. I would pound it into Kenny Thomas right now.
Off the screen. Smith hits it. It's a two-pointer.
Or have Charles hit a two-pointer.
5 now for Spider. Quickly down to Averill. And James Dickey resting some of his regulars right now, including Batee. Good time to do it with the comfortable lead. Cooper inside, lost it. Worked against Kenny Thomas. And a little dance on the sidelines by Smith. Almost a costly turnover.
Hey, Cooper's going to take it at Thomas. Having Smith on him could cost Lobos a foul.
Smith with the one-handed fadeaway over the top. No good. Now out to Carr, who lost it but still laid it in.
I would say, I would tell my players, get it into Kenny Thomas. If we're going to play him with 2 fouls this point in the game, get it into him on the block.
Crowd has been in it all night long. Very vocal. It's a sellout. Shot clock at 12. And we've seen a lot of this tonight with the Lobos having to use the shot clock at the last second. Shields puts it up, and that's a prayer, and it goes down.
Averill had his hands all over Shields that time, several times holding.
Bonowitz, the lefty, cranks it up a little bit short. Thomas with the board. Gibson has a lane. Decides to give it back to Smith for 3. 2 in a row now for Charles, and we're going to have a 20-second timeout for Texas Tech. So the Lobos fight back in it, down by only 8 with 2:52 to go.
That's what they did. Texas Tech took a few quick shots, and the Lobos were able to spread them. I still think that you pound the ball into Kenny Thomas with Batee on the bench.
Well, Thomas has not been very active trying to set up down there to get the ball. Well, he's been more looking like he's ready to set screens rather than maybe get good position.
Well, I think he's had to come outside both times because his teammates are picking up the dribble. No one is open to run the offense, so he's coming outside basically to bail them out. They're not even getting into their offense right now.
And here comes Batee along with Rayford Young, and they will come in at the next stoppage in play. 39-31 Texas Tech. Down to Cooper. Lobos switching out front. Carr on the baseline. Oh, man, what a play.
Well, 3 different Lobos had the opportunity to move their feet and cut the baseline off, take a charge, and all 3 of them just got halfway in position, and they could have had a foul call.
Lead back up to double digits now as we approach 2 minutes to go in the half. Now they go to Thomas. Well, look at the position he's got, and he lays that. Cooper had no chance.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
You get it into him. Cooper cannot guard Kenny Thomas. I mean, Kenny didn't even start off with good position. He just had to back into good position.
Averill inside, and he gets that one down. 43-34. See the time left in the first half in the corner. Shields will put it out, and he's starting to catch on fire. So the Lobos had about a 10-minute bad spell, but other than that, they shot pretty well.
Well, whenever they were missing those shots, they just weren't getting shots, Mike. They were taking and having to force shots up as the shot clock was winding down.
Tipped back by Shields, who saves it. Oh, what hustle by Clayton Shields. Open is Spider, and he jams it. So suddenly now, Spider has 10.
And we have 2 Texas Tech players, Young and Batee, who've been trying to get in for 3 minutes. And I don't know what you do at that point. Maybe you just waste a foul and get them in the game.
Inside, the lefty puts it up again. And I didn't think Grayson Averill was that good of a shot, but he's been able to do it.
That was not even a good shot. I mean, I wouldn't think.
45-38. Oh, and Kenny Thomas throws it away. Wasted possession there, and that'll allow Tech to make those substitutions. We're going to take a timeout now. Lobos trying to claw right back into it.
To the north.
Mexico. Lobos had it down to 5. Tech answered, and the turnover gives Tech a chance to add to their lead. For New Mexico, the scoring unofficially, Shields with 13, Thomas with 12, Smith with 10, Gibson with 3, and that's it. So you got the big 3 and 3 other points. Schornstein has not scored. Royce Olney played just a little bit and didn't score, and the same for Daniel Santiago.
Well, Battie is, they went ahead and took him out. No reason to risk a foul on him. He's already got 1 foul.
Ben Baum, who came in, can't quite deflect it away, and now the lead is back up to 9.
Well, the Lobos want to go for 1 shot here, even though there's about a 1 second. Actually, the shot clock is off.
47-38 Tech. Gibson just dribbling it around, wasting the time. Do not want to give the Red Raiders a chance to come back down and score. Averill all over Shields. Shields leads in, one-handed, no good. Bong, and he gets the roll. I think that's a significant play for the Lobos as they head into the locker room, trailing it by 7. It's halftime, and New Mexico is down 47-40 to the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. We'll be back in a little bit with more halftime from Lubbock. In just a moment, though, we'll bring you up to date on the what's going on in the news world, and we'll have a weather update as well. So we'll be back to Lubbock in a moment.
2 Lobos with 2 fouls. Royce Olney and Kenny Thomas both with 2 fouls. No one for Texas Tech with more than 1 foul.
And you had a look at the starting lineups here in the second half. Out to Jones now. Deuce Jones started and then spent much of the time on the bench watching Young. Batted away. Good job by New Mexico on the defensive side of things. Shields, and wisely brings it back out. Shields open. Oh, look at that. But out of bounds. Clayton Shields was out of bounds on the baseline.
Boy, otherwise, a nice looking little play there. The Lobos had Texas Tech out of sync. Just never could find out a way to get it up. Good call by the ref.
Yeah, no question about that one. 47-40. Carr way outside, and he hits the 3. 16 points now for Carr. All Southwest Conference last year, even though he came off the bench. Smith come off on the baseline now.
Lobos once again just not looking in sync, looking like they're a little scared of Tech's defense.
Shields on the baseline, had it knocked away by Bonowitz. Battie spinning, a little bit short. Backside rebound, Schornstein. Smith is wide open, short there. Lobos have yet to score here, about 2 minutes into the second half.
Kenny Thomas on Cooper. They have Schornstein on Battie. If they can get it into Battie, he can shoot over Greg, but their Lobos just switched it there.
Schornstein falls down. Carr left alone. That's a little bit too far out. Baseline now, or blocked by Shields. Quick outlet now. Let's see David Gibson's speed. And he misses the layup, but is fouled, and that's where you need to use that left hand.
Or just dunk it. That's what I always did. Just take off from the foul line and dunk it.
And the missed layup went off the right foot and missed it with the right hand.
Royce Olney is someone that the Lobos need whenever he comes in, get him some shots and get him going. Lobos need to have other people scoring besides just Shields, Smith, and Thomas.
Right. Gibson gets the second one, his 4th point. Gibson 13 and was the player of the game against Arizona Saturday in the pit. T pushed out a little bit by Thomas. Now he's inside the lane, and he's got great leaping ability, but he missed the easy one that time.
Oh, he's missed 2 good shots. First half, didn't miss hardly anything.
Yeah.
I think the teams are getting a little tired. The defense, both squads, not as aggressive, it looks like now.
And Lobos again offensively, just not a lot of standing around as we see the shot clock. Schornstein could get in the books with that one. No.
And once again, no Lobos going to get that long rebound.
Jones left alone now. They'll go inside. Back to Jones. Cooper lays it in and foul.
See, that's what they're attacking New Mexico's defense. And the Lobos, I don't know if it's the flu, the guys are just half a step slow. They're not attacking. See, they're going at it, going right at the hoop there, and there you see the body contact, and although there wasn't much, that's the type of call that the refs usually will make.
Well, Dave Bliss looking for some answers here, and it's been tough going except for the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game. Cooper now with 8 points tonight, averaging about 10 a game, and the lead is up to 12. The biggest Tech lead was 13 for New Mexico. The biggest lead was 9.
Tell you what, Kenny Thomas wants the basketball.
And he traveled.
And he did.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's so concerned about Batee. Once he gets in there and gets that close to him, he can just go ahead and jump into him. He doesn't have to get him up in the air whenever their bodies are that close together.
16-19 to go. Second half, 53-41 Tech. Alley-oop. Got it back by Thomas.
That was listening to Coach Bliss. He outlined that play for him.
Shields. Clayton hits it. Shields with 16, and he's been New Mexico's leading scorer in 4 of 5 games. Near steal by Gibson now. Carr off the screen in the corner. That's a pro shot right there. It's a 2-pointer, but fading away down the baseline, tough.
Well, Lobos have not had their pick and roll work for them.
Thomas gets it back out to Shields. Too strong. Offensive rebound, Kenny Thomas. Smith way outside. I thought that may have been a little bit too far out for the Spider Smith, but no.
Yeah, it was right in there, Mike. He knocked that one down.
Yes, he did. 13 points for Spider. 55-47. And Batee saunters out of the lane.
Once again, 5 minutes played. Refs have only whistled 1 foul on each team.
Out of Carr. That's way outside. What do you do? Shields just shakes his head.
Well, you know, that's one thing, but Clayton's got to just suck it up.
Difficult 3-point try, and that is off the iron.
Lobos have opportunities here. They just need to come up with some defensive stops. I think they've got their offense. It's looking a little better here in the second half. Still not in high gear though.
Bruce Jones resets it up front.
There's a double screen that we talked about for Carr.
Down to 8 on the shot clock. To Cooper. Somebody better help on Carr. He throws it up. Misses everything. Rebound. Kenny Thomas the outlet. Watch the alley-oop. And the dunk.
That was all started with good defense, bad shot by Tech, and a good outlet by Kenny Thomas.
18 points for Shields. Ball tipped out of bounds, and let's see who it touches. It's off New Mexico. 13:40 to go. The Lobos hanging in, down 9. Lubbock, right now it's the Red Raiders with the edge, 58-49. Dave Bliss in the Lobo huddle as the horn sounds. Royce Olney will check back in, and Royce didn't play very much in the first half. Matchup problems, is that the reason, would you guess?
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, and also whenever he's in there, he needs to be shooting the ball, and they were not able to get him any shots. Lobos have an unusual lineup here. Different lineup. Ben Baum.
In Batiste, and he scores. Batiste got it on the baseline and put it up quick.
That's a shot that whenever he shoots it, that's okay. But don't foul him too. There you see the foul.
And they'll count at the hoop, and they'll give the foul to Greg Schornstein.
Now the Lobos would like to give Kenny Thomas a little more rest than this, but if with this three, if the Lobos don't respond pretty quick, they'll need to get him back in the game now.
Batiste with 14 points. Well, he had 5 quick baskets to start. Owens now in. That's Ben Baum from the outside. Backdoor, David Gibson, and he is fouled.
And there were about 15 people on the Lobo bench saying goaltending, but Hall said no, it was on the way up. Good pass. David goes up strong. There you see the grab. They wanted to be goaltending by Batiste.
Now what happens if it hits the glass but it's still going up and not on its way down? Because that's what I thought that was, and maybe it doesn't make any difference.
Well, I don't think it hit the glass.
Okay.
But from what Hall was saying, he was saying it was on its way up.
Right.
So if he thought it hit the glass, then it must not matter. But I think once it hits the glass, you can't grab it. So it would have been goaltending.
Kenny Thomas has returned along with Charles Smith. Gibson's free throw is good. David with 5 points now, and this season coming into the game, David was 7 of 14 at the free throw line. Trying to improve on that. 3 of 4 tonight. That's back down to 9 points, and again, it's with almost 13 minutes to go. Better start thinking about stopping the Red Raiders.
The Lobos have their starting lineup in there, except Royce is in there for Clayton.
Young inside Batiste. Good little shovel pass and a very nice rebound. Thomas, quick out. Smith, baseline, sets up Schornstein, and Greg has been off. Batted back to Gibson. Nice job by New Mexico.
Good job by Gibson of getting his feet into the front court.
That's some defense there by Tech. No whistle, contact made to Royce Olney.
It's a big possession for New Mexico. They need to get a score.
And you can't get much better than a 3-point shot. Down to 6 now. 6-point Tech advantage.
Looks like New Mexico, they're a little more aggressive for that loose ball, that possession.
16 points for Spider.
Tech not getting into their offense here. Struggling a little bit.
Barowitz in the corner. He has not really hurt New Mexico much tonight. You're right, and now we got the shot clock down to 9.
Young, he can take it to the hole. Spider's got to be on the balls of his feet.
Good Young down to 1. Didn't get it off. Here comes Gibson wide open. And David will lay it in. Tech wants the timeout. 60 to 56 our score. So a very nice sequence here for New Mexico. Well, the last time the New Mexico Lobos were here, December 8th, 1993. Let's take a Lobo flashback. In that game, remember the names Marlo White, Greg Brown. Marlo White with the dunk, but the hero of that game was Brian Hayden. I think this was Brian's best game on the road for the Lobos as they won at 82-76. And that was one of the last times that Tech lost in this building.
They lost, I think, 1 or 2 other games that year. But besides that, they have been unbeatable here, and they've got a big crowd here. The Lobos have taken them out a little bit, and their defense is stepping up. I think Tech is getting tired. I mean, New Mexico is getting a little tired also, but that's hurting Tech more because they were the ones playing the great defense. New Mexico's defense was just average the first time.
60-56. Averill has returned to the lineup. Grayson Averill had 8 first-half points, and that's his average. Averill with it, left-handed, dribbles around, gets it back to Young. Gibson on the defense. Owens with the rebound, blocked, stuck no good. Still no call. And we do have a whistle, and I think the ball is out of bounds to Tech. Woo! Wild. We need to take a rest here, and when we come back, 11:03 to go, Tech up by 4. Don Johnson, Chief Marin here.
That's right. Hey,
I'm Don, by the way.
Oh, thanks. You get first pick. Mike Bonowitz is on the bench right now. He's not getting any shots, and if he's not getting shots, they've got more athletic players out on the floor right now.
Well, both teams with 5 baskets in the second half, and the Lobos have hit some three-pointers and gone to the free throw line. To Averill, but stolen away by Spider Smith. In and out, and tipped out of bounds by Thomas. Wasted opportunity there, but I guess he wanted it in the hands of Spider Smith.
Well, if you could have, David had the lead. You'd rather actually have the ball in David's hands as the point guard.
Too far out for Averill. Now he needs some help. It's Carr. Gibson doing a nice job defensively. Into Petit. Carr and Young fight over the ball.
They're going to let Cooper shoot that if he wants it.
Three-pointer. That one would have hurt somebody coming off the glass if Fields wasn't ready. The tide has turned a little bit here. Last 3-4 minutes. Kenny Thomas will get the score in the second half. Jump hook, birdie. Lobos with 9 in a row. Young. Too far off the glass, still loose. But T somehow gets it to go down.
Boy, Lobos had 2 opportunities to get that ball. Shorney had it hit his hands 2 different times.
16 points for Petit. Dangerous bounce pass. And putting it in is Thomas. Lowered his shoulder. No call, but he scores for the second straight possession.
Well, the call was 2 points. That was the call.
62-60. Averill, set shot. Short to Carr. Look what I found.
Tell you what, New Mexico several times not getting that rebound. Boy, they need to break through here.
Throwing it away is Shields. Carr with the ball and 20 points. Well, the Lobos have fought back from 13 points down. You're right, Tech looks very tired. They play tenacious defense, but it's not quite like a Kentucky where they've got 10, 12 guys they can go to. Tech is not that deep.
And actually, I think they're content right now just to go ahead and let the shot clock work down so they can rest.
Good defense. Spider Smith on Young. Down to 3 seconds. Fight for it. And somehow Shorney comes out of the pack with it. Gibson hesitates. Too strong. Well, 2 blown chances in a row now for New Mexico.
I think the Tech crowd is a little tired too. Tech is just not running an offense right now. They're just out there standing, letting the clock wind down. They're just happy that they have the lead and the basketball.
Averill, the lefty again. Very short again. Lobos need to box out. No call. That Schornstein got him, but no whistle.
There's not going to be any whistle. You might as well just forget saying that.
And Young does a nice job boxing or batting that one out of bounds. Strange game here lately, hasn't it been?
This game is not going to be decided by the refs.
64-60 Tech.
Lobo basketball is brought to you by your Alba.
For New Mexico, Shields with 18, Smith and Thomas with 16 each. Once again during that timeout, James Dickey working over the officials, chatting with David Hall, who didn't want to spend a lot of time over there. And the Lobos will play it in, down by 4.
Bonowitz back in for Texas Tech. He's rested.
And so is Royce Olney for New Mexico. For Kenny Thomas, 16 points, 11 rebounds. His 8th double-double in his career. Smith needs help to Gibson. Shot clock at 6. Zornstein needs to put it up. Off balance, in and out. And a good rebound by Bonowitz.
Once again, Lobos had an opportunity, just didn't get a good shot.
To Cooper, who will set things up to Averill.
It's basically been the 4 corners when Tech gets the ball.
Carr is on the bench right now. And this is not their best offensive unit. Petit, jump stop, and a score. The lead is now 6 with less than 7 to go. Time starting to be a bit of a factor. Averill doing a nice job on Spider Smith.
Lobos continue to pick up their dribble.
Yeah, haven't seen that by this team. Lots of time on the shot clock. Gibson, and he hit the bottom of the ring.
He was wide open there and just couldn't get it. Lobos have had 4 straight opportunities and they're just not able to get it. Their defense is picked up, and like you said, Tech's offense is really sputtering right now.
And they shouldn't forget about Kenny Thomas inside. Blake Shields ready to return to the lineup. Averill thought about the double team there. Now Young with it. Back to Averill. Muscling inside, and we're going to have a travel.
Lobos really dodged the bullet there, Mike.
Yeah, they did. Good position in there. Dave Bliss wants another 20-second timeout.
I'll tell you, one of the things I think he's going to do is he's going to talk to Spider about, look, throw it in to Kenny. And Kenny's getting good position. He was scoring at will for a while. Kenny still just has the 2 fouls. So, I mean, you can go to him and make him active because they're just not able to deal with that right now. And if they start sagging in, then it'll open up the outside instead of trying to make things happen from the outside first.
Glad you're with us here on Q13, exclusive coverage of Lobo basketball. New Mexico led early, 15-6. Tech went on a big, I think it was 19-2 run at one point to take a 37-24 lead. But the Lobos clawed back, trailed by 7 at the half, and right now it's a 6-point game, 66-60.
You know what, David's walking the ball. If I would just put pressure on Tech, I'd get down there, make them play defense.
They were looking for Thomas inside. Still wants it. Young doing a nice job defensively on Gibson, and they're in this situation again with the shot clock a factor at 10. Zornstein against Cooper. Hard pass to Thomas. Fakes, and he will go to the free throw line. But T goes down, and Thomas will get 2.
Good job by Shorting. Went inside, was getting ready to have to throw it up. But Kenny springs open, gets Petit up in the air. Look at this. Boom, good fake, gets into it. Now Petit ends up close to half court. You see him falling back still there. I mean, he took that blow.
It's a knockdown. Kenny had one at UTEP last year. You know, we're keeping track of these. He's probably had about 50 of them.
He had one against Arizona at the end of the game for his 4th foul. He took Mike Bibby out with the bowling move.
Yes, he did. And that was well off the mark, Thomas, that time. That's unbelievable the way they're playing so physical. Total of 5 fouls here in the second half.
The refs are just not going to determine this game. They're just staying out of the way.
Second one was short. Those are big misses. 5:25 to go. Lobo offense, after getting hot, has cooled way off. Bonowitz a little fake. He'll pull up. Tough shot. back up to 8.
The Lobos had several opportunities when it was 4 to cut into it and just didn't have any luck.
That was down to 2 at one point, 62-60. Smith to Gibson, long two-pointer, and he hits it. They'll count it, and they'll say Thomas knocked down Battie again, and this time they'll say it's a foul.
You know what, Mike? Kenny's got to learn to play physical basketball without making major mistakes like that. Let's see if he doesn't just throw Battie down. There you see, he just throws him down, and
yeah.
Kenny then shakes his head like he didn't commit a foul, and that doesn't help either. And they're lucky they counted that bucket. If the ball would have been in the air, could have waved off the bucket.
68-62. Carr has returned to the lineup, number 21. Off the good screen, and I'll tell you what, didn't hurt him sitting on the bench.
No, they got him rested. Good move by James Dickey to get his guys going.
22 points, and it's back up to 8. No need to panic yet. Thomas a little bit short on the jump hook. Schornstein fighting, and finally we'll have a whistle to stop.
It's a big rebound
for New Mexico. The Lobos get it. Now, Shorty hasn't done anything offensively, but he has come up with some nice plays. Time now for New Mexico to suck it up again. Crowd didn't like that last call. Lobos sure could use one here. Looks like Thomas was fouled, no whistle, and Tech gets the rebound.
Well, there's just not going to be any whistles, Mike. I mean, that's going both ways right now.
4-10 and counting. Carr, double team corner. Battie out front. They'll work some clock now. Less than 4 minutes to go.
Sorry, Mike. Clock is starting to become a factor.
Bonowitz, pull up quickly, in and out. Thomas boards. Threw it away, no. We're going to have a whistle, a push.
Well, I think actually Texas Tech should be happy they called that foul because it's not going to be a 1-and-1. And Mexico's going to have to start over, and I think Kenny was getting ready to dunk it.
Timeout on the floor with 3:36 to go. Tech leads it 70-62. Coliseum, the bubble in Lubbock, Texas. Texas Tech looking to win for the 33rd consecutive time on their home court. They lead New Mexico 70-62, 3:36 to go. Lobos have just 2 points in the last 4 minutes. Dribbled it off the Tech foot. Oh, man.
And not only that, after he dribbled it off his foot, he didn't go after the ball hard either. He kind of went a little lazy and let Bonowitz sneak over there and get it.
Tech working some clock. James Dickey calling for him to work their offense now. Battie inside. Back out. Shot clock at 13. Playing a little catch. Rebound to Shields. It's now or never really for the Lobos. Less than 3 to go. Shields only 2 rebounds in this game.
And Spider's just not able to shake.
Yeah. Carr, we didn't hear about his defense, but it's been good. Lobos looking around. Thomas in the lane, fadeaway, partially blocked. And an offensive foul inside on someone for New Mexico.
I think it's on Shorty.
It is. Clearing out.
Foul is on number 45, Ray Schornstein. His third foul, team foul number 4. Number 3,
Rayford Young has returned to the lineup, and Grayson Averill will sit down. So they're going with a little smaller, better ball handling unit right now.
Well, the thing is, Lobos are going to have to waste some fouls before Tech has to even shoot free throws. And that can be a disadvantage now because depending on who has to make those fouls, it could create some, put some Lobos in foul trouble.
Right. 2:19 left in the game. Tech taking their time. 10 on the shot clock. Petit, three-point try. Rebound to Cooper and the foul.
I mean, that's just, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Guy takes the ball, their best rebounder is 22 feet away from the goal, and you don't go and get the rebound. You don't box out. There you see Schornstein just does not box out. Gets great position. Yeah.
We're going to have a timeout now. Lobos in serious trouble. 1:59 to go, down by 8. Line with the lead and the clock in their advantage.
Well, I'm guessing some guys out there you don't want to foul, although we were looking at Bonowitz. He's only 2 for 3, but thinking if he spends much time at the foul line, he's going to be an 80% plus free throw shooter.
I don't know if you'd want to send him there.
Although maybe that's just too close.
Averill shoots 57%. Maybe he'd be the guy. Cooper about 59%. All of Cooper's points. All except 2 in the first half. 71-62. Royce Alney has checked in, and I guess they're looking for a little firepower.
Also maybe a little, put a little extra press on. Although they've got Smith on the bench, don't they? He's a good defensive player.
The lead is 10 with 1:59 to go. The crowd, the sellout, on its feet. Thomas inside. Blocked. And a whistle. Petit and Alney go at it. Alney with the foul.
See here, Kenny does a little bit of a fadeaway, does not get into Petit's body. And so far tonight, he's gotten into his body every time. But if you don't, with those long arms, he's going to be able to block shots.
It's a non-shooting foul again. That's a 16th foul on New Mexico. And now they're getting ready to send Charles Smith back in, and he just makes it. He will go in, Shields will go out. And if we don't see a steal here, we'll see a quick foul, do you think?
The Lobos need to do that because Tech will just waste the clock. And down 10 with less than 2 minutes to go, they're going to need to foul if they don't get a steal.
Tried to get the steal from Young, and I think they tried to foul him. Back to Young. Something has to happen fast here.
And now you've waited too long, you might as well play defense. I mean, that's maybe they just thought if we don't get a steal, free throws won't help.
Yeah. Shot clock down to 5. Young in the lane and scores. 74-62. Screen out front. Thomas, or rather Smith, off the Thomas screen. Three-pointer, 74-65. Less than a minute to go.
Need some steals here.
And finally a whistle and a foul or a timeout. Tech calls a timeout. With 51 seconds to go, 74-65 is our score here.
Well, it's a 3-possession game. I mean, New Mexico needs to have Tech basically make 3 mistakes, whether it's miss the front end of a 1-and-1 or a steal, and the Lobos need to score quickly because even if they make those mistakes, the Lobos only going to have about 10 to 12 seconds to put up a 3 and make it.
Well, it doesn't get much easier either because the Lobos go to New Mexico State on Saturday. That's a game we'll have for you right here on Q13 and throughout our network across New Mexico and Colorado. And I've not heard a score yet on the Aggie-UTEP game tonight in El Paso. But the Aggies have a chance to go into that game unbeaten. strategy session inside there, and you see some of the Texas Tech student body. And what they've done is they brought in football bleachers and put them right underneath the basket at one end.
The end that New Mexico or the visiting team normally will be having to try and score in the second half.
Carr with it. Quickly down, Bonowitz all alone, and the layup. Thomas, three-pointer. It's good. And now the timeout. Well, I'm not sure if it's too late, but the Lobos hanging in there, 76-68, 33 seconds to go. Lobos are 5-0, Tech is 4-0.
What the Lobos just need to do right now, Mike, I think they need to go for that steal. And what's throwing them off a little bit is when they go for the steal, they go with a regular foul. These refs aren't calling regular fouls. They need to foul hard if they don't get the steal, because otherwise, once they make that one pass, with this much time left in the game will be over.
Well, today's player of the game is sponsored by Corley's Albuquerque Lincoln Mercury Volvo. Come feel the difference a dealer can make. And our player of the game, New Mexico sophomore center Kenny Thomas with another double-double. And Kenny Thomas has done a nice job offensively, has his share of rebounds again tonight. And Kenny Thomas is our Corley's Albuquerque Lincoln Mercury Volvo player of the game. 76-68 Texas Tech with the lead. Texas Tech very tough on this home court, but you know they're tough everywhere these days. They have the long 32-game winning streak at home, but they've won 13 straight on the road as well. And of course that doesn't include NCAA tournament games on neutral sites, but they've got it going here, no question about it.
Well, they've got a lot of really good players out there. You know, not only McKee, Bonowitz, Carr, but they had guys that come in. Averill came in and did a good job. Cooper does a good job of rebounding. Young, the freshman, boy, he's going to be a player.
No question about it. Somewhat in the mold, I suppose, of Dominic Young, although he's not as good a shooter as the Fresno State guard. Quickly down, trying to foul, reaching for Young, and now finally Olney pushes Young, and he will go to the free throw line for the bonus. It's a 1-and-1. That's the 17th foul.
Well, the Lobos right now, they just need to be thinking we're going to hit 3 trays. It's going to give us 9 points. We can let Tech make 1 free throw. I mean, that's what they need to be doing. And when they get down there, you know, maybe bringing Kenny out and having him shoot the 3, but that'll be open quick. It'll be a better idea than trying to work it for someone that they're guarding.
Young gets the big first one, and Tech has no one inside the lane at all. They're all going to stay back and pick up their man at half court. Second one is no good, and there's the rebound. Got a hustle. Gibson takes it in and has it stolen away by Young. And now Young will go back to the free throw line. Curious as to why he was taking it in instead of going for the three-point.
Well, I mean, that's a good question. Lots of times coaches will try and change that strategy to catch the other side off guard. I tell you what, I was just so impressed with Texas Tech's guards. You know, we got all excited. New Mexico was excited for Mike Bibby, Arizona, those guys. But Young, much more difficult for New Mexico to guard than Bibby.
Misses it, second in a row he missed. Need to try to set up a three-pointer. Shields will take it. That's short, and it'll be Tech with the rebound. Young will bring it down. 5 seconds left, and he'll just hold the ball. That's it. The Texas Tech home court winning streak remains alive. Lobos fall for the first time this season, dropping to 5-1. Texas Tech is now 5-0 after tonight's 77-68 victory over the New Mexico Lobos. We'll return to Lubbock after this.